hello, how are you? Down a little more. Yeah. You're definitely fast on the trigger today. How are you? So that's louder than I need. I'm doing pretty well. Kind of a weird day with Grand Guild tournament starting and let's get quieter. Stuff with work and everything, so just kind of settling down and liking the new runes, although wish they would have done a little more testing beforehand, but yet another one of my ideas that they implemented, which is kind of cool. The Foresight runes were a suggestion of mine, as were the Aversion runes. So they are actually listening to suggestions. So yeah, I'm going to be kind of doing rapid fire PvP tonight. Just trying to build up a bunch of points and all of that stuff. This team's been working out really well. It's kind of the best of both worlds from an Arya team and a Zulk and Harkon team. Yeah, I mean, the foresight I was asking for a while. I was really surprised to see that they implemented it like just out of the blue today. And the Aversion runes are good. They've complicated everything, but they're good. Foresight ones are nice because now you can run Rayla without having to have like Graw or Darius with you, which is what enables the team that I'm using now to be effective. And hello to everybody that's joined and is just hanging out. Welcome. Thanks for coming out tonight. It'll be a low-key night, so just doing a bunch of PvPing. Trying to run through these as fast as we can. I got a boost going, and so just chilling out, relaxing, talking. Can answer questions or just BS with everybody. I don't think they have enough taunt. They are currently only available that I've seen via special deals that pop up. There's 2 different versions, and they come with. They're actually pretty good deals. They come with Grondar tokens as well as raid tickets. And as a superior and a an elite. But they're nice runes. I'll show you guys what they look like here in a second. That's no good. We'll lose this because Lily's friggin' stupid. Alright. That's no bueno. pop up here. They should be putting him into the shop, but yeah. Defense, health, which I'm not real fond of the stats, but hey, little stork. Yeah, that's what the new ones look like. This is what the aversions look like. Ah, dishonor on my car. Aren't you supposed to be PvPing? I don't know if I can beat this team. Have you picked up the new runes yet, Creepy? Yeah, Sin in the Eyes is annoying. But I'll just banish her, so it won't really matter. She is still, like, a little bit ridiculous, but whatever. The fact that she can dodge this undodgeable attack is irritating. Hey, Vendung. Alright, I gotta make this go quickly. Go Gadget Zulk. Not enough. I've been good, how about you? Going crazy on the PvP. Damn it. I'm gonna lose this one, but I'm gonna try to lose it quickly. He really needs to come back with the rest of his energy. That's just irritating. This is Fork Knife, not Fortnite. Oh, gotta love the bug. There we go. Put you away. I'm gonna die anyways, though. Maybe not. Oh, yep. I'm dying. Break the ankles. I mean the ones my cat's sleeping on? How can you do full tank without taunt? You kind of need a taunt rune to get like that kind of defense. I mean, it depends on your level. Once again, if you're below like 70, that's absolutely fine. If you're below, or if you're at 80 and in Warlord or something like that, then that's probably fine too. Boss 100, though, it's generally wouldn't work. I mean, it might. It depends on what else you got with you, but... Yeah, it's... weather's been nice out here, too. Not as nice as California, but... Only half paying attention to PvP, so... This team is just kind of... over and over and over, same thing. Creepy knows what that's like. He's got like a ridiculous amount of trophies already today. It's good for both. Now, Solaris is good all the way around. Nice. What teams have you guys been running, or have you been doing anything for the guild games? I'm talking to just everybody in general. I know what Creepy's running. He's running amok. Hey, Toast. Quite alright. This was an unplanned stream, so probably go for a couple hours and just kind of chill. It's going to be just a relaxed night. Lots of PvP, same team over and over and over. But I like hanging out with you guys, so figured why not share the wonderful fun. So I killed Lily, but I didn't kill friggin' Valken. That's hilarious. Yeah, my Archon is the grossest of gross. Just, and my Jin, they're both real bad. Yeah, I mean, Valken's not much of a threat anymore, but still, it's just kind of funny that I one-shotted an Oak Lily, but I'm not trying, or I'm not switching teams up today, just because I've got to keep, I'm going for volume right now. Like, because of the guild games, so I'm not going to switch teams up or do any of that stuff. Like I said, just kind of hanging out, BSing with you guys, answering questions, chilling. This weekend, in general, will probably be mostly like that. Depends on how much, like, how far ahead we get and stuff like that. But right now, it's all about quantity. And if I slow down, Creepy will hunt me down and kill me, so... He's actually got my firstborn that I didn't even realize that I had held hostage. Like, tied up upside down over a shark tank with lasers on their heads. Just find the dungeons that drop them. Like if you click on them, and it'll say where they drop. Just go to one of those dungeons and just quick loot it, or run it manually over and over and over. Um, hit the Evo Island every day. Well, I don't know if you... Yeah, you should have that at level 30. That's no bueno. Jin, it should not be nerfed. He's pretty much fine as he is. Especially now that they released Foresight runes. My god. But yeah, with the Foresight runes, my game is completely locked up. With the Foresight runes, Jin is definitely already nerfed, so... But now you don't even have to take a hero specifically to stop silence. My Jin should probably be nerfed. My Jin's got 27,000 attack power, and... Now, the only hero right now that probably needs to be nerfed is this one right there. She is a little over the top. And okay, so, I mean, but part of it is only over the top in the current meta where you actually have freedom to take teams, take heroes against all or different teams and stuff. She just really restricts your options too much, in my opinion. We're kind of left kind of crippled dealing with it. Son of a bitch. Sometimes Zult will hit her. Nice. And if she gets hit once, though, she's pretty much done. But she one-shots friggin' anything, so... Oh, there we go. Archon doing his job. There's a dirty joke there to respond to that, Toasty, but I won't. No, that's good you're able to get them. They were definitely worth getting those runes. Definitely. And Zult got the point, but Archon definitely got the assist there. Resetting the timer on all of his stuff. Healing him to full. I mean, I've been tempted to run really gravy, like pushing one out. Is that what you meant? Like the joke? Really gravy? Or are you saying that it's like you're pushing one out and that's really gravy? Especially because it was a superior enabler. Nice. The pros of Undead is that they heal, they lifesteal, and they're immune to disease and a couple of other things. The cons is they're kind of underpowered, with the exception of like Hensuke. They can, I mean, they're not as underpowered as goblins are, but they're underpowered. It's just not their time right now. At lower levels, they're good though. Like once again, I mean, most things at lower levels are good. So it's just a matter of how you set them up and how you use them. So the mystery mega pack, I'd have to double check, but the problem with those mystery packs is you don't know what you're gonna get. Ha! I appreciate it, Van Dunn. Zerk is actually pretty deep. Yeah, I mean, Zerk could be good for sure. I have a feeling goblins will get buffed. I don't know how soon, but I have a feeling. Yeah. Zerk, well, I mean, any hero, really, if you fully ascend him at low levels, is going to be awesome. But, I mean, he could... Goblins really are not bad, even up through, like, the 30s, especially your 30s or 40s, if you have a full team of them, or mostly full team of them. Kozar is boosted? Well, oh, rewards, gotcha. Yeah, Kozar is, lacking, we shall say. Will I ever play Roblox? You know, as much as I would just tend to say no, I don't even honestly know what Roblox... I mean, I know what Roblox is, but I've never seen Roblox. I have no idea what... like, I know there's, like, Roblox versions of every game out there, but... Red Aversion Rune. I mean, you can put it on your Rayla, you can put it on your, like your Lily, you can put it on Ponte, you can put it on Iris. It's like, tell me, what is the base game of Roblox? Like, what is it? And then how do they add all these other versions of stuff onto it? Archon is one of the best heroes in the game, KB. Probably in the top 3. Archon, Lily, and Jhin are probably the top 3 heroes right now. Gotcha. Well, I mean, anybody has potential if they had a buff. I mean, heroes that I would love to see buffed a little bit more. I mean, I'm always a sucker for Deadeye. He's already good, though. And I'd love to see Koros get a... Or not, well, Koros I'd like to see get a buff. I'd like to see the disease guy. That's not Koros. It's not Cobalt. I'd like to see Cobalt get a buff. I'd like to see Iris get a bit of a buff, and monsters in general. Marrow needs a buff. Torchy with enabler runes on him is actually decent. I mean, like I said, as long as you have his epic, throw 2 or 3 enablers on him and he can actually kick butt. I mean, he's a fast hero with a pretty damaging epic attack, so... I wish I could play music that was friggin' real music and not have my stream get silenced. it's a toss up between like Julius, Gortusk. I had like four: Julius, Gortusk. Um, Yoko's actually serviceable. He's not good, but he's serviceable. Because you can throw him on an honor bound team and he'll actually do all right. Not always. I don't always win by any stretch. I can't stand Julius. Every time I try to use him, these guys try to get me to use him, and he's so bad. Have I attacked you, Van Dung? And I don't even tend to pay attention to the names when I'm PvPing, so I catch some people sometimes. Executive, he's one of them that's really bad. I mean, right now there's only two tanks. Well, yeah, two tanks that are actually really worth the shit. And that's Jumbo and Grandar. Like, tanks are so rough right now. They've got so little going for them. I mean, Yasmin is pretty bad too, and Squinchy. Hmm. They need to make Ella fast. I mean, Ella could be an awesome, fun hero. But demons need a fast hero. They need to friggin' make Nitpick and Ice Pick ranged, because apparently they don't count as ranged. Sume could be good, yeah. I mean, the problem is that heroes that require taking damage in order to, in order to really boost his damage, having to take damage for it is kind of like, eh. That's a downside. He just needs a complete rework. So what were you saying about the Discord and nobody's on the Discord right now? Don't tease anybody too much. Oh, you mean Twitch? Twitch is 0. Yeah, I don't. I haven't really promoted the Twitch channel. Yeah, that's Twitch, not Discord. Yeah, they're not bad. They've been focusing a bit more on the individual rewards, which I'm actually okay with, kind of. I mean, the problem is the rune that they give you is a foresight rune, but it's only the top 10. It's kind of like, meh. They've been pretty much better with rewards lately, but how is Gravy not ranked #1 in guilds? Well, I'm in the #1 ranked guild right now. I haven't been able to push all that hard, and Creepy is probably gonna end up taking #1 or being damn close to it. These events, I mean, I like PvP a lot. I don't like having to grind PvP. I like going out, kind of playing, doing my thing, but having to do it over and over and over, not really being able to experiment, like turning it into work. So these events, I'm kind of like, meh. I do them, but they're not my favorite. Archon is a great hero, so it's literally a stack of foresight, exactly. It's one of the several, like, that was one of my suggestions that they implemented. Aversion was one of my suggestions that they implemented. They've actually taken a number of these ideas, the initial Jin nerf. So I'm actually getting through with some decent ideas. Well, hello, Grady. I did look at your epic ideas, but I've been busy with just between work and buying the cars and events. It's been kind of crazy, so they aren't listening to any ideas right now anyway, so. Yeah, I mean, I could see Sifu getting an epic. And he's a good hero. Coming up on a year. Nice, Gritty. Congrats. Gotcha. Your Julius isn't on the same level as your player level. You need to talk to Monkey Power. You guys are both in the cult of the monkey. Hmm. I mean, once you get to higher levels, it's not quite as bad. Like, you can get into guilds that are just like. I mean, crowns are always going to be a thing. Because it's how a lot of free to play people get their, like, gems and tokens and all that kind of thing. So you kind of have to contribute to that stuff, but. But they really don't take that long to do either. If you're obsessed with using Julius, then yes, that is potentially a good idea. Except as soon as he taunts, he's going to lose the aversion. So there's that. If you get into a guild that speaks a language that you don't. I mean, that's why I have my general or my chatting game is set to a language that I don't understand. I don't like a lot of the banter that goes on in chat, so I have mine set to like French or Spanish or something or Italian. Sitting here like, I wish I had a soda. Yeah, you probably want to like wait until a Monday if you're gonna like till the crowns reset. Anyways, if you're gonna switch, it's always good not to screw over your guild. Leo is definitely good with an aversion rune for sure. Hey Lube, how's it going? But yeah, Leo with aversion rune is a prime move. The only reason I don't have one on him right now is that I don't have one on him, is because I'm not really using him. But he's good on a Leo Sol team against Rayla teams. I've got the blue one that I crafted on Leo, or I would put it on Leo, but I think I've got it on Rayla right now. Or Iris. I don't remember. Yeah, Jabbergrog, Leo, Solaris is a solid beast team. Nice. What level? You're in the low 50s, if I recall. nice. I mean, Archon is a great hero. He's better or best when you can fully ascend him, but my legs are falling asleep. I'm gonna have to pick the cat up. Really? Which video? Was it the last stream? Or was it, I don't even remember which video was my last video. No, I mean, I'm just like surprised. On Sunday we broke 600 subscribers, and today, and granted it's Thursday, but it's already up to 615. It's just like the growth rate has been just blowing my mind. Okay, so that would have been Sunday. Wait. Maybe it would have been Friday or Saturday. Saturday it would have been, maybe, was the Satisfactory. So if it was the last dungeon boss video, that would have been last Friday, I think. I don't think I'm max threshold. I was about halfway there earlier. Because it's what, 50,000 for the day? You could put a version on Jin, but Jin, as long as you have the epic, he's generally can take care of himself. He's not as important. So you want to know the worst heroes in the game? It's pretty much this team. Yeah, exactly. Full legendary versus full bronze. Alright. This has gotta happen. Sorry, Daddy. Oh! If it's only for like 10 bucks or something, then probably. And at lower levels, when you encounter them a lot, that's great. I mean, Jabber's great against higher level casters and stuff, too. It's really good against non-armored heroes. Which, with the current meta, there's, like, you got Grandar and a couple of other ones. Yeah, I love my cats. I've got 2 of them. The other one's not in here right now. She's hard to see because she's black. Oh, 1,600 gems. Well, the 1,600 gems for 1,000 stamina is the standard price for 1,000 stamina. If you were to sit there and use the regular deal and buy them like 100 at a time, or 50 at a time, you'd spend 1,600 gems. It's 80 a piece for 50 each time. So it's not a special deal, it's just faster than buying them normally. Oh, Jabber is definitely better than Gibber. Gibber is terrible. I mean, he used to be more useful when Jin was high in the meta, but he's pretty much not now. But, I mean, it's not a bad deal to Grady. I mean, it's just not better than you would normally pay. It definitely saves a bunch of time. Is Gibber bronze or silver? I thought Gibber was silver. I could be wrong. Why don't we check? Rarity. Silver. Rarity, bronze. Yeah, he is bronze. You are correct, sir. Igorok, Pontifex, Archon, and Valken. There's very little synergy there. And you got a monster, an arcane, a spirit, and a dwarf. Needing to add a Star Ascension gimmick as an alternative to lower level players needing to take a while to get Evos. You mean so that lower level players were more competitive with each other? Yeah, I mean, but if you were going warriors because of the Archon thing, you'd probably want to go more than just the 2 warriors. Yeah, that is definitely true. And I have hopes that I'm not changing teams up today. I'm just doing PvP, basically rapid fire with this team. But on another night potentially, yeah. I mean, I have hopes. I put forward an idea that might at least periodically allow. I'm not paying attention to what's happening. It might potentially allow people to kind of get past it on a short-term basis. So, like you would periodically be able to bypass the limit or something like that. What's happening to my team? They come and harass me for food as it is. At least Dottie does, the one that I picked up. Alright. You really need to die, Lily. Come on. Be a muffin. Muffin time. Yeah. This team should not have won. The fact that I'm not really paying attention, though, doesn't help. But yeah, so basically my idea was that every time there was a new hero released, they would, and they haven't agreed to do this or anything else by any stretch, but the idea is put out there. Every time they have a new hero release for the event that weekend that goes along with it, they include an amnesty for star requirements. So it wouldn't be all the time, but you could still go ahead and do it. I mean, I know what the limits of Echo's powers are, so. People are saying Grandar is broken because they like to complain about stuff. And he's probably not functioning 100% right, but he's still very, very usable. I mean, the prime person, at least in guild chat, that was complaining about him just hates turtles, so. Nobody knows. Well, Joel knows, but they do not tell who they are. Yeah. Could be. At least for the shells, yeah. That's what 27.5k attack power, 30% damage reduction or damage penetration. will do to a whole team. They do. They do. At least they say they do. But yeah, they don't advertise who they are because A, they don't want to create drama, and B, they probably don't want to get hassled. Indeed. Except creepy. It couldn't be creepy. He doesn't notice things well enough, and we all know where he works, so. Yeah, it is a little chill. Ooh, I do have somebody watching on Discord. Or yeah, now you got me saying Discord. Friggin' Twitch. Hello, Twitch person. This is pretty bad. Actually, I'm going to change it to something more upbeat. I could go for the upbeat channel. Ah, okay. The chat should be showing, it won't be persistent, but it'll show up as it comes up. I wish I could make the chats appear in both places, but that's why I put it on the actual video. I could make it so that it stays up on the video longer, though, if that would be helpful. I want to build up the Twitch side for all the other games and stuff that I plan on streaming over there. Well, when you graduate from school, you'll wake up, go to work, go back home, go to sleep, wake up, go to work, go back home, go to sleep. Nothing changes. Alright, this is kind of obnoxious. So, let's switch from ambient. There we go. We've got a hype. Damn it. I hate doing too much damage to Lily. Ha! Nice. Have you won all 15? I swear, people, like, I don't get raided that much. There's like a dozen people that will actually raid my defense, but it's the same dozen people every time. You won 5 out of 15? Yeah, potentially. The fact that Rail, you can actually, that Arya can still revenge attack on them now is. Well, your Epic Yasmin, I don't want to rain too hardly on your parade, but that's a no bueno. Cobal has potential. I think he needs a little bit of something. Like, really, if he got a bit of a damage boost. Too bright. I just need to get the other one. My grabber went. Oh well. Maybe he puts on a Julius mask. Oh. I have several. Well, just two. They're nothing important. Do I love Thanos? At lower levels, it can be Grady. It gets better higher levels. Shield piercing just obliterates. Ignis is actually pretty good too. I mean, granted, that's all the barbs, so Ignis is actually not bad. He can be pretty useful. He's got some good, good passives. Like Maniacal is just a great one. Problem is, there's better heroes out there. I'm in trouble. God, that friggin' Lily's healing is just absurd. Yeah, I lost this damn battle. That Lily heals too much. Actually, that's a pretty cool idea. If you had a hero that was like a healer type, but they could actually roll back the battle around and everything would change the state of that point. Hey Bink, how's it going? Except I would hate to see the coding, them try to code that correctly. Yeah, because it'd last you more than like a day. But I'm doing pretty well, Bink. Thanks for asking. They used to sell the 24-hour PvP passes for like $10 or $15. I think 10. So that's actually not that great a deal. I mean, if you did nothing PvP, the average person isn't going to do that. So, okay, so it looked like Arya took full damage and then healed all that damage back. Having a school presentation about popsicles, you could get up in front of the class and eat a popsicle, and your presentation could be like what it feels like not to have a popsicle. Yeah, but creepy doesn't count as part of the norm. I mean, I think I hit 800 in a day when I was going for Legendary Conqueror, but that's too much. Too mas. Like, he's been doing nothing but PvPing pretty much all day since the event started, so. I mean, I'm just impressed that I was able to get 25k while I was at work, so. Or 27k, something like that. I don't know why they specifically made all the changes. They haven't exactly been completely forthcoming with all the information, and some of the stuff, like, I know in general why they did some of the things, but, yeah. First, you're number 1 global right now, Lube? The heck? Alright, Vendung, take care. I gotta go look at that. You got passed down to 8, but still, that's not bad. 177,000. He's got to remember to turn off his hacks when he goes to sleep. That's a joke. Totally just a joke. No. That's right. Still, did you at least get a screenshot of it, Lube? I spent all my ether getting a bunch of raid tickets. Or all my remaining ether. He's the swag boss. $16.08. Nice. He may have been first for an hour globally today, but he was 69th of the swag bosses. If dubstep will never die.
Stop hitting me.
I don't know. In a world where dubstep never stops. I'm gonna lose this battle. Pretty much assumed that if I don't win in the first 2 rounds, I'm probably not gonna. For today, yeah. Yep, he's a machine. Yeah, I mean, granted it's boosted, but he's put in 12 hours. Oh, well, I guess not quite. He's put in like 10 hours. 10 or 11 hours of non-stop PvP. Probably. I'm probably going to be doing the same thing, though. I mean, I'm not going absolutely nuts on this event, but I want to make sure I get at least the minimum by day 1 or day 2 and get a comfortable lead from there. Alright, man. Have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Nice work today. And I may need to restart my game. I think it's starting to lag. Yeah. I'm not worried too much about it. I just got 3 great runes for winning the last event, so... Oh, when somebody went to pit shade. Nice. I've had, with the reflection from Grandar, I've had Zulk pit himself. That's always fun. Well, it's not Grandar specifically. What happens is Grandar, when he uses his first ability, that triple punch, he puts up a stack of reflective plate on the entire party. So you want to be careful that they don't have reflective plate on when you go to banish, otherwise it'll bounce back and hit you. The next debuff that comes in gets bounced back. Oh, man. Hey, Arctic, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, sorry, I kind of kind of stepped on your defense earlier today, but I didn't figure you'd mind too much. Did you beat me on the replay or the revenge attack, or did you even try? You got to get up to level 80, so you'll come up in my matchmaking. Gotcha. They should feature him. I don't know why they aren't, especially considering he's boosted. Hey, Johnny. How's it going? Did you filled in the application? Reach out to like Blinky, NM, or Happy Hawker in game. He might have been. Oh, Deadeye is boosted? I am, yeah. I had, let's just say it was time to transition. There was just some disagreements and just a difference of opinion, and so, and Skynet was the next logical destination for me. Oh, yeah, I definitely lost this one. Deadeye is one of the stronger heroes in the game. Like, he's probably in the top 12, top 15. But yeah, Johnny, if you reach out to like Happy Hawker or Blinky NM or Starscream or somebody like that directly, I'm not in it anymore, so but they're still a good guild. They're definitely good for anybody really. Just not right now for me. Why am I only a member? Because I don't want to be more. I have too much responsibility. Well, not too much, but I have plenty of responsibility already. I am in Skynet now, Johnny. But I mean, it was kind of like I was already friends with a lot of the people in there, and I was going to go guildless for a little while. But then they announced the guild tourney, so it's like, well. Deadeye is great with any number of teams. He's good with Rayla, he's good with Jin, he's good with Kensuke. I mean, just yesterday I was running Deadeye, Kensuke, Takumi, and Jin. So, enabler runes are only featured during events. Like, you gotta get them as event rewards, or they have the crafting thing, or sometimes they'll sell them in the shops. Takumi is not that bad. He's not the best hero in the world. Tokens you get from events and from the portal. And from dungeons, but not usually for legendary heroes. You'll get them from quest rewards, you'll get them from event rewards. Yeah, Rayla Deadeye Ponzi Jin is a good combo. You want to try to get a Foresight rune and get a Foresight rune on Rayla. That's the only reason I'm able to run this team is because of the Foresight rune. I'm so glad they took that idea. I craft some runes, not as frequently now as I used to. I've crafted some skill runes, like focus runes and things like that. Yeah, exactly. Like, he's great against Arya. But I mean, he's good on any team with Jin, because of that 50% damage reduction. It's just huge. Put him up for defense. I had him and Takumi heavily for defense, and then I had a bunch of skill on Takumi or on Hansuke, so that he would parry a bunch. It depends on your team. I mean, generally, more damage is better, but it depends on what you're going up against and what your runes and stuff like that are like. Like, it really, relying on reses generally means that you're either not bringing enough attack, or you don't have enough runes and stuff like that to be as competitive. But so you'll tend to switch away from Emily, but Emily brings more than just reses too. Like, Emily brings heals, cleanses, like she'll cleanse debuffs off your whole team. She purges a buff, one buff per every time she has a turn. Or one buff from the opposing team. She does, like, amplified light, so your Jin will actually do more damage. Ow! Son of a bitch. Yeah, or I mean, Solaris is great for res teams, but I mean, there's times to use Emily. I just ruined Emily up yesterday or the day before to use her on a couple of teams. But I experiment a lot, so... Jabber's not bad. I mean, don't put all your eggs in one basket with him, but he's definitely a useful tool, even at top level. Jabber is good, but you need enablers. The new tune, you mean Grandar, the turtle? He's a defense-based hero, like a tank. He provides immunity to freeze and burn, and can reflect debuffs back. He provides an aversion, so the lowest defense hero can't be targeted. Oh, the new rune, the Foresight rune. Foresight rune is basically a stack of Foresight plus the stats. So the buff that Craw gives that blocks a debuff, it's that on a rune. So yeah, it's one stack of Foresight at the beginning of the battle plus the stats. It is one of the numerous suggestions that I made to them. They've actually gone ahead and done over the last, like, month. I think he knows what runes are, too. But yeah, that's what the Foresight rune is. So the Foresight, it reflects Or it blocks the debuff, the first debuff that tries to come in. I mean, they only give out so much free stuff, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to say. They give out free stuff when they make a mistake or something. They're trying to compensate people. Not every event is bad. I mean, this one hasn't been bad, just buggy with some of the aversion fixes and all of that. It was just a little bit rushed. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these unless they change the meta up, which they haven't done the last couple of times. I mean, the Foresight rune, I think it was needed because I'm the one that suggested it, so... Foresight rune, the Aversion rune were both my suggestions. The Jin nerf, well, nerf. The Jin tweak was my suggestion. I think the Foresight rune is going to be great because it'll allow you to really open up and go against a lot of other, like use heroes in situations you wouldn't normally be able to. Like running Rayla without somebody that keeps from being silenced and stuff like that. Yeah, potentially. I mean, it's most of the reason it's getting confusing is some of these mechanics are a little confusing, but after a while you get used to it and it'll be fine. I mean, if it was technically it was a nerf, but it was a small nerf. It was just a little tweak. That's it. I mean, technically the release of these Foresight runes was a lot more of a nerf than the tweak we did to the immunities. Were you supposed to get something, Johnny? Because you can always submit a ticket. Hey, Jester. Yeah, I mean, it is nice. Oh, and here I say I could get by without, and I can't do it because it's Aria Ponte. I mean, I can put him on the list. I don't know that he needs anything right now compared to some of the other heroes that are a lot worse. Like, he's still viable. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, MK will eventually come around. He'll have his day again. But compared to, like, goblins or some of the monsters or elves or whatever else, like... Yep. Saw this coming. I mean, I considered using him with Arya and BD and Sifu. But... I mean, the fact that he can purge the buffs periodically is nice. That Death Blossom is definitely nice. But technically, Emily does that better. He doesn't do great damage, but he does do some decent effects. Like, he'll do nerve damage and stuff like that to block healing. Oh, mine aren't due for another 4 hours. But I gotta remember to finish them. Nice. Congrats. This bugs me about Arya, though, is the fact that she can dodge things that she's not supposed to be able to dodge. Damn it, that was supposed to kill both of them. Definitely wasn't supposed to let Lily or Arya out of the pit. That damage shield is too strong. I don't want to nerf their damage anymore by putting more shield piercing out there. Hey, it's all good, man. What it's there for. Oh, yeah, but I mean, he's easy enough to overcome. There's so many shield-piercing attacks. God damn it. Alright. Archon to save the day. Oh, damn it. Yeah, Arya is the new Valken. At least to me. Really, really just irritated by her too much. Like, a tank, if anything, should be what's indestructible, not just some random hero that... Holy shit, did I just get owned? If by love you mean pretty unquestionably overpowered, yeah. I mean, I get she's legendary, whatever, but so are the other heroes, and they're not as indestructible as she is. Or as untouchable as she is. Alright, I'm on a losing streak. What are you doing on my feet? I mean, she's not unbeatable. Like, you can, there are hard counters to her, but I don't like having a limited number of choices for doing something. Like, I want more viable things, not limiting the field of options. Yeah, but there's counters to that too, though. I'm gonna lose this battle too. It's getting irritating. Yeah, but unfortunately everybody had her before the change. I may have to change my team. I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the all beast team. I am, however, going to switch to the full demon team. Actually, yeah. Archon's my buddy. I mean, honestly, if Arya didn't just shrug off Archon's S3, I wouldn't care. I mean, she wouldn't be as overpowered, but the fact that she can take undodgeable attacks and still dodge them, like Sifu's Precise Rampage, or Archon's S3, things like that. So remind me after this when I want to check my rankings and my progress for the day. Nice. Yep, that will happen. Doing a quick status check. Not bad. Close to there. It's like Creepy's taking a break finally. 29. There is... Get me the lube. Yeah, we're pushing a little hard. So my boost expires in a little more than an hour and a half. I'll probably stream for that long and then call it, so we got a little bit of time yet. Like 90 minutes worth of time. Nice. Did you get them with enabler runes, or? Um, I mean, Shade is good in PvE. Malice is good in PvE. Rognog is good in PvE. Falcon's good in PvE. Lily and you get back there. Lily and Jumbo. I like obscure ones. Rognog isn't considered obscure. Augustus, I don't think is ever going to be good. I don't know, like Zerk. Or Tsumi. Or Takumi. Well, what was it? Yeah, Nitpick, I was really hoping to be able to use Nitpick today. But apparently Nitpick and Icepick are both not ranged heroes. Really irritating. I was going to use them with that Zulk team, or the Rayla Zulk Archon team that I was running. H Lily with no skin. Usually the only reason I would see Lily without a skin is if you were running with Rayla. Yeah, Grognog and Nitpick would be fine for PvP. Especially at that level, yeah. I mean, Grognog is good now. I mean, he's not legend. Well, he's not as good as legendary as some of these other ones, but he's among them. Keep sliding further and further down. To bada bada ba ba. What? Is that the McDonald's jingle? Yeah, this is probably the fastest team, especially as defenses get a little tougher. It's funny, I hardly have encountered any Rayla defenses at all lately. Like in the entire day. Archon is probably, of the two, the better, but only by a little bit. The SS heroes are on the spreadsheet. which is located at this URL. Hey, Cody. That is... So the SS's are going to be Archon, Rayla, Arya, Jinlei, and Pontifex Mortis. But yeah, they're all there. It's pretty much what you see all over the place in PvP. And actually, Potty is probably dropping down to an S pretty soon. And he's still strong, but he's not nearly as strong as he was. The link in Twitch. I have to open up Twitch to do it. I can post it for you, though. The client that I use, unfortunately, doesn't put my chat in both chats. It's also on every single video that I publish. It's in the description. Oh, okay. I mean, I would have done it. Don't need to pit anybody. Yeah, I really need to get a solution for that, though. I don't know why it'll display the chat, but it won't post my chat there. Yeah, but like I said, I do need to work on building up Twitch. Because he's a D hero. He's lucky I didn't put him in the Fs. This is going to be funny. People need to learn not to put reptiles on defense. Don't do it. This public service is brought to you by GravyTraining. Stonefist is definitely better than Julius. Yeah. I'm not even pushing that. I'm like the anti-fan of Julius, so. Julius, Gortusk. Yeah. I mean, I guess at one point he used to be decent. I don't think that point was recently. Archon is stronger. I think Zul'Qud is more utility. But, I mean, they're both really good heroes. Yeah, I don't remember who my first... I think my first was probably Drac, but... I don't remember. I know I got him starred up quicker than most. yeah, I mean, before February, nobody paid any attention to whether or not a hero was legendary or anything else. It was just heroes. Wow. Ha! This is also why you don't put barbarians on your defense. They just got Zulkotted. Zulk's S1 just one-shotted the whole team. Shit. Nope. Not right now. Alright. Yeah, Zulka's still pretty strong. Oh yeah, last summer, barbarians were king. Barbarians, beasts, and the beginning of dwarves. But everybody used to complain about how OP barbarians were, and then it was how OP dwarves were, which they were a little. But Zulka's a really well-balanced hero, in my opinion. Like, he brings just the right amount of stuff to the table without taking it too far. I almost wish Barbs would get a little bit more power back. Oh, they were far more man. Well, it depends. It depends. Like, Barbs, if you had a really strong team, half the time, like, just Balog's shout could wipe your whole team. But that was before, like, a lot of these runes and stuff became big. This is like taking a tree and cutting off all the leaves and then cutting the tree down. Who all saw John Wick in the theaters? John Wick 3. And did you love it, absolutely love it, or fucking love it? It is worth seeing. It is really, really good. Does not disappoint. All attack. My Archon has 27.5k attack with 30% damage penetration. think he's got a shield. Or no, I didn't put shield pierce. I just put something else on him. But yeah, my Archon is 27.5. My Jin is 27.3. Too much or not enough? That amount of healing is too much. Jesus. Get in the pit. Yeah, he's disgusting. Hero. I had to throw a festive on him, although now I could probably change it back because I am not running the other team. You do that. Damage penetration, not reduction. I think I put that rune on somebody else. Reduction. Reduction. No. No. There we go. Alright, so now he is 40% damage penetration. 27.5. Yeah. I mean, you don't use it very often, but... yeah, he does 2 armor-piercing attacks for 2x damage, 100% chance to wound. It's nice after he blows up and then comes back. There's my Jin, 27.3. Just behind Archon. This is the Elite Festive rune from the last event. Just disgusting. Blade Inhibitor rune. Enabler. Festive. Breakable Heart. My Zulk. My Lily. I put a bunch more skill on her. She's only 24k defense, but I can get her into the 40s. Ponti's only 21.5, but I can't get him too much higher. 27, 21 to almost 22k attack on Shade. I must have done so. I pulled runes off of him. That's why. Tank rune that I had on him is gone. Arya's missing a couple of runes right now. Yeah. That's like an even bigger 420, 4220. I shouldn't have done that. I hate having to balance not quite killing her so she doesn't go into hope form. Massacre 1929. The year was 1929. It was a quiet town. Not much ever happened until the day the massacre of 1929 took this nation by storm. His lack of ability to survive damage or deal damage pretty much sums it up. If he could take a bunch of hits or deliver a bunch of damage, he'd be good. Or he'd be serviceable at least, but he can't do either one. And he doesn't bring any utility. So basically, he's just cannon fodder. Even on a team where he gets the plant buff, like if you put him on a team with Jumbo and Lily, not so good. Could have gotten a merger with Sky. Well, that's not my like role or whatever. That was stuff that Starscream was working on. And my issues, like the fact that I'm in Skynet right now, has nothing to do with why I left Wrath either. It just happened to be like that was the next logical place for me to go when I left. Plus, I have given so much of myself and my time and energy and everything to Wrath, so I do not feel guilty. And I'll still help anybody. It was just personal issues. Nothing that I want to like dwell on or create any drama or anything like that. This wasn't working, and so, but as I said to everybody that was there, I'm still willing to help anybody. I'll help anybody anywhere, so my focus now is mostly on the entire community. I mean, I'll kick butt in events, but I would do that no matter what. But, yeah, my focus is primarily just on helping the entire community. Our GravyTraining community is like the guild that's not really a guild. Why did I just banish him? Damn it. It's like the guild that's not a guild. Like, we don't... The guild, what is the word that I'm thinking of? Like, not ambivalent, but agnostic. It's a guild agnostic place to hang out. There we go. Constructs are immune to debuffs, and Banish is a debuff. So what'll happen is you'll still purge all of his buffs, and he'll take 50% health, but he will not go into the pit. So I use it to clear the top buff, do 50% damage to him. I didn't even notice Deadeye was here. Not anymore. Yeah, it's actually a debuff. That's why when it was still kind of broken, Dagrind would pull people out of the pit when he would cleanse debuffs. Or if Emily used her heal, it would heal you out of the pit. It's good they fixed it. This cat has been sleeping on my feet or legs pretty much for the past 2 days non-stop. I'll get up, or I'll make her get up because I gotta readjust and like stretch my legs or something like that. Right back down there. I mean, Dagrind and Therind is still extremely high damage, especially against armored opponents. He's great with on a Rayla team, or like with Deadeye, or I mean Valken, things like that. He's still damn good. Dagrind, there's a little less reason to use Dagrind, but he's still like he can haste and heal and that kind of thing, so he's still, and there's the Dwarven boot, or Dwarven boot party, or whatever it is, Dwarven beatdown, which purges a buff and kicks off a bunch of follow-up attacks. It's against certainty. Would be actually the more appropriate interpretation of that. It's against certainty, and certainty in this case meaning certainty of a specific guild, or like allegiance to a specific guild. I rune my Leo all attack no matter what. Just because if you rune him defense, like, you want Leo to die. You just don't want him to die first. Which is why you have the aversion rune on him. But no, we are a community for knowledge, but against certainty or irrational certainty over that knowledge. And always be skeptical. And yeah, agnostic might not have been the best word or phrase for the lack of guild focus, but you knew what it meant. But I appreciate the attention to detail. Words have meanings. People tend to forget that. Drives me nuts. Like, people misuse so many words today. One of my big peeves is when people misuse decimate. Drives me nuts. Because they use decimate to mean obliterating something, but it's not obliterating something. Decimate actually comes from Caesar's practice of having 1/10 of his army killed by the other 9/10. So it's actually only losing 10%. Wow. Holy Hansuke. What the heck? That Hansuke just went ham. Holy crap. We have to rewatch that. I wasn't paying enough attention. Or even words like douchebag or something like that. Like, people use douchebag as if it was asshole, but it's not. It's meant to be like somebody that's slimy, not like somebody that's just a jerk. It's little things like that. I mean, that one's less important, but still, like, words have meanings, and people argue, oh, well, like, the language evolves and whatever, but it only evolves because people are lazy with learning and using the words. I mean, honestly, well, so, okay, if you look at, I will post a link in chat. That link, and I completely missed the replay. That link is a link to a meta spreadsheet, so it lists kind of the most powerful characters down to the least powerful. You don't have to go absolutely by that list, but you can kind of use it as a, is this hero, and this is all, like, the list is based on late game. Like, you're level 80, you're PvPing in the boss 100. That's what that spreadsheet lists. But if you look towards the top and just see, okay, is this hero an A or an S, SS and S, or an A or a B, then they're definitely worth investing in. At least through A. Like, B is kind of maybe hit or miss, and C is hit or miss. But you can kind of avoid those and prioritize based on that list. And I keep that fairly current. And it factors in, like, a lot of different things, including, like, types of runes available and new developments and stuff like that. But as you're leveling up, just try to find heroes with synergy. Like, meaning they can work well together, and just go from there. But thinking about being efficient in your leveling. Yeah, I mean, well, that's the thing. Like, decimate isn't utter destruction when you're looking at the real root of the word. It's just people. It sounds like it should be something that's like, oh, they were just decimated, blah blah blah. Like, it sounds like they were devastated. And I think the fact that devastate and decimate sound similar really just kind of drew people to not using it right. Yeah, but I mean, there's so many different flavors of how that can be used that one's slightly different. I mean, just watch what's his face in the Boondock Saints. That scene was, well, it certainly illustrates the versatility of the word. Yeah, I'll have to go back and watch the replay later. I don't want to just keep replaying it, but yeah, I totally missed it. But yeah, well, what Hansuke probably did was he got a kill, and then got another kill, and then I got another kill. I'm just not used to seeing that against me. I'm more used to seeing it being against somebody else. But yeah, I got stumped. And Abe wasn't around to see it. I mean, if I get beat and Abe isn't around to see it, does it really happen? I don't think so. But then there's the uncertainty principle of, will he watch the replay? Or will he watch the stream recording? I'm dubious about this victory. He is a simple creature, but he's a nice guy. As long as she can do her res, but I don't think she gets her auto res until she's fully ascended, does she? Not agnostic, that's just uncertain. I guess technically got me there. I just realized what you did. I saw it. Uncertain. Good. Well played, sir. Touché. Yeah. It's, he definitely loves his memes. And doesn't always know where the line is. Augustus. Plug in somebody that does damage. It's shield piercing. I don't know if it's supposed to ignore DR. Yeah. That might be right then. I mean, it's supposed to be shield piercing for sure. That's all I ever counted on it for. I never counted on it to ignore damage reduction. Hmm. I mean, there's so many of these little things like that that just don't always work or don't work right. Especially at lower levels, yeah. I mean, she's usable even at higher levels. I've used her a considerable amount in the last couple of months. Not as much as like Archon or Rayla or Zulk, but I've used her a good bit. She's really good on teams with Arya. The fact that she boosts crit damage or crit chance is definitely good. I kind of hope it's somebody's epic. I have a feeling we'll see at least another recycled one or two before we see anything new again. Why do you ask and then leave? I rune him all offense, no matter what, because he is a hero that you want to die, but the aversion rune is so that he doesn't die first. I mean, it's not going to matter a ton. He's not extremely, like, even if you build him defensively, he's not tough. If you build him offensively, he's not going to do a bunch of damage. But he will do more damage if you root him for offense. And then the chance that he gets a corpse burn when he kills something, like gets the final hit on something, is higher. Yeah, you really should wait until I answer your question, especially since I don't usually like wait 10 minutes to answer a question. So Malice is all offense, 2 festives, I think. Maybe just 1. I might have 2. I mean, you could do... on him, I think I just have... I threw 1 Guardian and maybe one of the light runes that I have that has attack, like more attack on it, something like that. I mean, his runes really are not super critical, because like I said, he doesn't have that big an impact on the battle. He's more like a cardboard cutout that is sitting there over a switch that resurrects 2 heroes. Yeah, and sometimes mine does too. We'll take a look after this battle. If they remove runes, the game would be boring. I would probably stop playing. It would be so boring. Because to me, the solving of... Yeah, see? Solving of the runes... Yeah, I mean, you can definitely put an aversion on her. Frickin' Lily. Frickin' Archon coming back without his energy. Oh, in general chat. Hopefully he hasn't been drinking too much. Exactly, and I mean, like, half of the problem is solving the combinations of runes to make your hero successful. Like, I love doing that. As opposed to just, okay, I'm gonna... My formula, I'm facing this team, and I'm gonna take this all the time. Like, when I started playing, that was how people played, and it was just like, I didn't want to do that. Have to swap your team for every team you face, and Like you follow a formula. If it's this, then you take this. If it's this, then you take this. That's boring to me. I want to get the right team in place to start with, and then adapt and use the team as best I can when I'm out there. I don't like changing teams often. Should have banished Lily at that point, but... Nice. I'm gonna check score, the duration of my boost, and I'll go ahead and show you the runes that I have on my Malice while we're at it. Nice. Festive. Careful, Dottie. A festive, a hero rune with healing. A hero rune with healing, hero rune with damage pen, and a Cargill for the attack and a little bit of defense. I, however, need to use the restroom real quick, so I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. I have returned. Yeah, the reason that those heroes are on there, because Get Me the Lube is the one that built that for me. And he knows that I don't like either of those heroes. Now we get too complicated, I think. So yeah, that is Malice. 53 minutes, alright. Yeah, but the combinations that you could get at that point start getting out of hand is the problem. That's how you do that. I mean, I could come up with some horribly overpowered teams, especially with Rayla. Alright, Random, thanks for coming out. But good to see you, and you have a wonderful night, or day, or whatever it is where you are. Yeah, like imagine Rayla, Iris, Auntie, Jin, and like one other Ignis or somebody like that. I mean, jeez. Or Zulk, Archon, Malice, Shade, and Ignis. Or something gross like that, where he's doing follow-up attacks every time somebody gets burned. Oof. Yeah, Theron being the other ranged hero. There you go. Yeah, that would just get absurd. What I do wish they would do is break it into 2 tiers of PvP, like a non-legendary and a legendary. Because imagine you had PvP where you could only use bronze, silver, and gold heroes. And then you could have one where you could actually use legendary heroes. And like it would almost be like when you tier up into legendary, you're tiering up into where you can actually use legendary heroes. That way, all the people without all the legendary heroes could still be competitive with each other. It's like I play Magic the Gathering online, and they had one challenge where it was only common cards. Every deck that you were playing in this tournament or whatever could only be common cards, and it was just like awesome. Like changing things up to something you wouldn't normally have. And having to really think your way through building some awesome teams. I've even proposed that for Grand Guild Tournament. Like, make it so that for the tournament, bronzes become legendaries, and legendaries become bronzes. Like the legendaries would lose their 30%, and the bronzes would gain their 30% boost. Like all of a sudden, all those bronze heroes, not that there's that many of them, but there's probably as many bronze as there are legendary. All of those heroes actually become useful. I have suggested it. Although I've suggested that one more in passing. With the devs, you really have to like get their attention and get them to look at it. I mean, yeah, Jabber would become OPAF as friggin' legendary. Oh my god. I've even thought it, well, somebody, I didn't think of it, somebody suggested it, but trying out a plant Jabber. Oh, Lily Blossom. Yeah. Lily's good, though. She's one of the better legendary heroes. Oh, and how did I... Yeah, I mean, one of these days I gotta try it, just because... I mean, I can make a pretty disgusting Jabber. That 5 Rage, 8 Plant Growth Drac was just beefcake. Yeah, that was the Roid Rage Drac. Yeah, you'll get there, no bacon. I gotta say, though, I don't understand the concept of what your name represents. I can't imagine no bacon. I can imagine bacon, but I can't imagine no bacon. That's a total dad joke warning. All the numbers were afraid of 7 because 7, 8, 9. Yes and no. He's about average right now. He's a hero that I hope to see get buffed. He's not bad. He can do a lot of good damage, and he does purge, like purges buffs and things like that. But he's really squishy. Like, he dies so easy. And there's very little you can do about it because his rune set... I mean, you could make him defensive now. I actually do have the runes. I could make... You know what? Now you got me thinking. I gotta try it. I shouldn't, but I have to try it. Element. Fire. So I've got him runed for offense. I'm gonna unrune him, do him for defense. Yeah, I'll show him to you. Just give me a little bit. My Ponti was tough to rune because I want him to have the enablers. Definitely throw a tank on him. Works.
I can't be stopped.
Which runes? The defensive red runes. The tank runes have been featured a number of times recently. The Vengeance rune was with the boss invasion event. They went on sale. And I think the defensive ones were actually part of the quest reward. Or at least one of them was. This is the most defense any Koros has ever had. Ever. Jeebus. I gotta screenshot that. Yeah, he could probably survive some stuff. So that'd be an interesting test. I'm gonna try that, because he'll probably still do good damage. They're weird like shades, like hoppers. Like Hopper has, instead of the red, he's got an extra green. Also, Furno's runes are different. Instead of a blue, he has an extra, he has a red. So yeah, maybe remind me sometime. I won't re-rune him or anything. Remind me after the event is over. I'll have to use him and see how he is. Yeah, Hopper's another hero that I really can't stand. He just doesn't do anything. Well, first of all, hello, good evening, and welcome. And yeah, I'd be happy to. So Kozar, you probably don't want to invest much time in. And actually what I'll do is let me paste in, this is what I use for this. If you open up that link, there's a spreadsheet there. And it has pretty much, they're not in exact order, but they're in general order. There's a ranking of all the heroes into kind of categories from SS, which is like super hot or super good, to S, to like A, B, C, D, blah, blah, blah. So check that. That is a couple of caveats though. That list is based on level 80, boss 100. So that's top level stuff. At lower levels, you can get by with quite a bit more. So don't take that list as being like stuff that won't work right now. Because leveling up, you can make pretty much any heroes work, but it kind of gives you an idea or to like plan a roadmap for the future. So you don't want to invest tons of energy into Kozar because you're not going to use them at higher levels. Things like that. Unfortunately, most of the best heroes are also the harder ones to get, but you can start looking down and it actually has the legend or the status, like the tier that they are, is marked there, so you can find like the gold heroes and all that stuff. That's what I would probably focus on. And I keep that fairly current too, but it's a good general roadmap. But good heroes at mid-range, if you can get their tokens, is like Drac is great. Rayla, yeah, Rayla's awesome. And Shade's great. Abigail is really good. It's like leveling up. The assassins are great leveling up. Dwarves are still useful leveling up, things like that. Beasts can be, but they're not as good until you get them with their epics. Also, you can always, and I don't know if the link is in here either. None of my mods are on right now. We have the Discord for this community, and that is a really good place. All the links are in the video. All my videos in the description. There's a link to them. But that's if you join that and get on Discord. Yeah, sure, absolutely. But it gives you an idea what to focus on and what not to. And 52, you can start getting epics and things like that. Absolutely. The link, let me dig up the link here. There you go. Thank you, Bink. Yeah, just that's the link, and we've got a lot of the people that come on, show up on the stream or on the Discord. People are really friendly and helpful there. It's like not a guild, but we treat each other like we're in the same guild. Like, everybody is welcome. It's just a nice laid-back community. It should be their Discord. You don't. Oh, you might not be able to post it. I'll repost it. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, it came through on the consolidated chat, but yeah, it probably got blocked by YouTube. Yep, absolutely. That's why we're here. Yeah, Zom in the tower is huge. Sure thing there, Wags. Gortusk OP. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what their rhyme or reason is for featuring heroes. There's definitely some fart stains at the very least. Everybody toots. Alright, Bacon. Have a wonderful evening or daytime or whatever it is where you are. Thanks for coming out. Welcome to the community. How did Ponty's thing just ignore that? Or is he not really there? This is Sparta. That's not you, is it, Jester? Wait. Oh, Rayla. Nice. Let's do a little bit of this. Wow. Fun. Alright. I might still be okay. Nope. Not gonna be okay. Apparently this was Sparta. That was the dude with the hump shoulder. Drac is all attack with he's 5 warrior runes, I think. All 5. My furnace, typically I run, if I'm running furnace offensively, I'll use 5 or 4 festives and like an enabler or something like that. I don't know where else they put them. Maybe. It's still in the hero. It's in their armor. Armor's part of them. You think those are costumes? No, that's what their bodies are like. That's no bueno. Except, yeah, definitely no bueno. Wow. I love when... Oh, yeah. Is it me, or does that, like, not take the full 2 turns? Ely? Oh, Jesus. It's an original name, too, for a banana. I kind of find it appealing. Yeah, it's like or Infinity Stones. Hold them up and... Yeah, goblins are fun. They just need a big boost. I'm all about the puns. At low levels, absolutely. At higher levels, it doesn't... At higher levels, it doesn't tend to translate quite so much. I mean, I don't think that I'm unfunny, but I don't know if I'm the funniest person. Hopefully they'll get a buff, though. I think they'll get a rework, and maybe they'll be good. But I love, like, little Cuisinart attacks. I can see that, because it's spread out across the whole team instead of on individuals. Probably the guy that came in and was complaining because I left Wrath. And apparently didn't do him a favor. I don't know. That's probably all it was. He came in, made one comment, and left. But it's okay. There's a couple of strong defenses. I don't know that there's a best. Like the Rayla defense is good. I mean, defenses with... I like things with like Furnace and Lily and Grandar and Jumbo, things like that. Gotcha. Makes sense. I mean, if that is the case, though, that's pretty sad. But not everybody is rational, so whatever. Yeah. I mean, Plummeting Doom used to be a big deal. Now it's not so much. Like, that used to be the big thing that everybody cried about how OP Agnon was, and it always changes. I really hate how it looks like she's out of her oak form, but she's really not. Aragon. I wouldn't have noticed. Yeah, the one in the Iris one, or the Monsters one, that I really liked. Just get somebody with taunt, somebody with a higher defense. Like throw, you want to see something funny, is throw Astrid with full defense and a taunt rune. Throw her out there. Watch Agnon try to attack her, and she just takes 1 point of damage. Oh, you don't want... I wouldn't personally put taunt runes on Jhin at all. And Kozar... I mean, we've already kind of talked about Kozar. But... I always rune Jhin all offense. All offense with a single shield piercing rune. I mean, he's... especially with the epic... he is so, like, able to soak up damage and take hits that it's, like, not worth putting a taunt rune on him. Selwood? Selwood, it's good on you. Astrid definitely can be. I mean, she's honor bound, so you can use her with Jhin, and she gets 50% damage reduction on top of having really high defense. And as long as you can get her offense above, like, 25... I would definitely put shield piercing on Jin if you can, because the thing with Jin is he does those follow up attacks, so you want those follow up attacks to be shield piercing. Now it's getting just a bit too dark there, but now I'm going to be blinded. Yeah, I mean, I rune him for... Well, here, I'll show you how mine's runed. I might not have a shield piercing on mine right now. Deadeye Astrid Hansuke Jin is definitely a good team, especially sub level 80. It's decent even at level 80, but it's not going to beat every team. So, yeah, my Jin is gross. This was the rune. This isn't very common. I just got this from winning that last event. And then the inhibitor runes, these were out for a little while, so yellow attack. Enabler rune, but just because it has such a high attack value. And then festive with attack and an unbreakable heart. I don't have shield piercing on him, but I'm not using him for follow-up attacks right now. Pretty much just for straight up damage, and that first special will typically do will typically kill him or kill whatever I'm hitting. The festives are there because they have festives tend to have slightly higher attack stats. Like this is only higher by 7 than a typical rune, but my Valken might not even be fully runed. I don't think he is. Yeah, I've got 1 rune on him right now, and it's just a festive. I don't keep most of my heroes runed. The ones that do have stuff on them technically are probably just holding runes, because I don't go over the limit. But and I have some runes that I use somewhat frequently, but mostly if they're heroes that I don't use regularly and they're runed, it's because people have requested them on stream. I have to periodically de-rune 2/3 of my roster. So before February, you could star up heroes. There was no star requirement for Ascensions, so you could get the epic. He was, I don't know if he still is. He hit like 180,000 trophies, and I thought he stopped. But yeah, he was grinding all day. Yeah, he went nuts today. He'll go nuts for the whole event, though. Oh, and I missed your question, Jester. Which is better, Emily or that fast rogue healer? Fast rogue healer? You mean Ember? She's not a rogue, she's just a healer. Because technically, rogue and healer are exclusive. They're both good for different reasons. As far as healing goes, Emily is better. As far as kind of a mix of offense and utility, Ember's better. Oh, Zen, you mean? I mean, Zen is more of a utility hero than an actual healer. But I mean, Emily. Well, it depends on what you're using them for. Zen went for enlightenment with 5 festives. He's better than Emily, but otherwise he's not. Zen, 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 Zen. Were you talking about Zen? Guy on the couch. I mean, typically there's about 5 or 6 guilds that kind of float through the top spots. I mean, Skynet is typically first, almost always. Then, like, Potato Army is usually really strong. Wrath is usually really strong. Justice League, the Underworld, and like, there's a couple of others that kind of float up into that range. One of the Potato spin-off guilds, or sometimes some of the Potato non-spin-off guilds will be up there in the top, or an extra Justice League, or Swartzrot Gold, or something like that, one of the Swartzrot teams, or Hooligans. I mean, there's a lot that kind of float through that top 10. Alright, I need to pit you. Nice. I mean, there's a lot of good guilds. I mean, the biggest thing is to find the place where you fit in, like, your playstyle matches theirs, and, like, personalities and all that match. Nice. We got lots of hooligans tonight. I mean, you wanna do crowns every day. I mean, because crowns are contributing to your guild directly. They don't take very long. I mean, they take less time now than they used to, because you used to have to, like, do a floor of the tower and all that other crap. Now, I mean, I've got it down to, well, I should probably do mine, but I'll do them after I get off stream. I'm sure Creepy would prefer that I was PvPing than doing crowns right now. Yeah, I mean, they're important to do because they get you those rewards and stuff every week. Like for the last event. I mean, I wouldn't know how people get tickets in the last event at all. No, I mean, it's just quick looting and stuff like that rapidly. I mean, tickets are not hard to get if you've got the resources. Like, if you don't have the resources, then yeah, it's harder. But I spent a lot of stamina, a lot of ether getting stamina, because I won the last event and I had like 7.6 million tickets, something like that. But I spent 700,000 ether and yeah, but it really isn't that hard to get that many. In 10,000 stamina, which sounds like a lot, and it's really not. 10,000 stamina was about half, or was about 500,000. So yeah, 500,000 tickets. Plus, you're getting tickets for quest rewards, and like with other deals and stuff like that. Yeah, that was a change that I'm glad we got them to do. Although it would have been nicer if it dropped up to the cap, but I'd rather it just not drop them at all. I remember having like 40,000 runes to salvage across 2 accounts. Not fun. And that's not that's not hyperbole either. It was a literal 40,000 runes. Because that was another of the events that I won at that time. Craziness. But hey, at least their fix was useful. Oh. I mean, just delete what you don't need. Especially at your level, you're going to be getting them back. Or be getting better stuff back as you go along. Like, there'd be so many... Oh, that reminds me, I'm supposed to look at a friend's roster. There are so many people, like, I would get people asking me to log into their account and check out their runes and help them build teams and stuff like that. And I'd log in and, like, the runes that they would have, just, what are you holding on to this rune for? Like, these 4-star, heroic, like, superior runes. It's like, what are you doing? Nice. Well, Wagdog is not the man, he's the dog. Exactly. I hate when friggin' Malice, if she does too much damage, Lily goes into Oak form and I can't banish her. I gotta be careful. Graphic bug. Yep. Oh, there's more than one whale, though. Alright, I'm gonna restart the game. So quick loot keys you can get from the Greater Portal. Run that a whole bunch, and you'll get keys there. I mean, you're spending gold, but you're going to get the gold back when you use the keys to quick loot, so... Especially if you can get Ether and unlock a gold boost. I think you just confirmed it. Well, yeah. But why are you quick looting low-level dungeons if you're at higher levels? I'm not on the worrying so much about assumed genders, even though my nephew is trans or whatever. It's like, you're gonna assume what you're gonna assume, and it's such a small percentage of the population that isn't. But yeah. I'm guessing your gender is frog. Oh, my bonus or my boost is probably over now. 8 minutes. All right, 8 minutes left. Let's do this. A hybrid plane, nice, or hybrid plane. Wow, okay. It's this team again. Is this Sparta? No, that wasn't even Sparta. Yeah, I got owned. I'm just gonna walk that one off. No, I didn't bother switching teams. Like, I could have switched teams for that, but I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, I will show. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. In 7 minutes, when my boost expires, before I stop the stream, I will show you. I've only got 7 minutes. Yeah, the Iris is a great hero when things line up properly. Iris was the first new hero when I was playing that came out. I'd only been playing for like 6 weeks, if that, maybe a month. She got released. Oh, that's not 80s style, that's like 50s, 60s style. The dancing. See, I mean, turnabout's fair play. I do that to teams. Occasionally it happens to me. There's silver, gold, the purple, and the runic chest. I wasn't top of the leaderboard for the PvP, that's creepy, but I was on top of the leaderboard for other events. Although I guess I am in the top leaderboard, I'm just not super high. Yeah, I was like around 31 or something like that. Like, I'll probably never place like first in a guild tournament for PvP. I can't devote that kind of time. And I don't really want to devote that kind of time. Like, literally creepy played for about 11 hours straight. Without breaks. Just focused. Boom, boom, boom. Match, 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 match. I mean, other people are doing the same thing. I've been doing them all day, but I've been doing them a little more casually. I mean, I was doing them during work and after. I mean, ever since I got off work, like the entire day, I've been doing it. And I won't be doing this for the rest of the weekend, but it wasn't quite 12 because he finished his goal was 175k. PvP streak is actually intentionally broken, and it's funny because that used to be like a running joke that I would have with my guild was, hey, does anybody know why my streaks aren't showing up? Yeah, exactly. Like, you get maniacs like Wags that do ridiculous amounts. And I'm just never going to do that. I just don't have the energy or whatever, but I still enjoy doing the PvP, and I'll still rank well, but I'm not going to rank top. But yeah, streaks are disabled right now so that you're not getting... there's no streak bonuses. Have we hit the 2 million gap yet? Well, you can get boost, or there's boosts where you can get it doubled, whatever. But it's specifically like always during the PvP events, streaks are turned off. Like, just a given. Because it's not about how long you can go without losing, it's about just volume of how many wins can you get as quickly as possible. Exactly, because you weren't building up any streaks. I mean, they're available to everybody, so it's not cheating. If they didn't have them at all, it would be the same as having them. It's just a way for them to allow people to get bigger numbers. They're equally, if they were only available to certain people, then it would be cheating, but they're equally available. And you can get them with in-game currency or without. And unless you're somebody that's going, like, for the tops, you don't have to do them. Yeah, Selwyn. Yeah, I mean, if you're not in a like top PvP guild or something like that, I mean, it's you don't need to have that to be successful, and most people aren't going to be doing like 100,000 trophies or something like that for the event. I mean, it's so you don't need to do that. I mean, it's not unreasonable. Gotta like where you're at. How did they do? See, I'm not paying attention. I'm gonna end up losing. But nope, let's do this. That would be about the only thing that'll save me. Stop hitting yourself. Damn it, Lily's in oak form. Wow. Yeah. I mean, not a competitive at that level. I mean, that's fine. That's where he lives. He lives in his car. He doesn't have a house. He sold his house so that he could compete in Dungeon Boss. Either one is is probably viable. I mean, Ponty is probably a little better than the Jabber team, but it really depends. No, not really, but it's the joke that we have running. Exactly. Exactly. No, he'll call me when he's commuting back home from work, and he'll jump on the stream or whatever. That's just when he's at home. A lot of times, like, he's got a family and stuff like that. So while he will be playing, he does a lot of playing while he's traveling and stuff like that. Unfortunately, while he's driving, and so. All right, my thing has got to be over at this point. Yeah, I mean, eventually he may have to put the family up for, like, sell them to traffickers or something like that to feed his addiction. I don't know if he does it while driving or not. I don't know. I know he gets on my stream, but that's just like talking, so. Alright, so Pod Effects runes, I will not forget. No, I mean, that makes sense. If you've got them, just the synergies aren't there as much. Alright, so I've got 2 arcane runes, which have the real high attack stat, which is why I have them on him. Sure. I will let you know, or I'll pause until these both are identical. They were from an event a while ago. And then Elite Enabler. I mean, if you want, if I can post these in, I'll post them in the Discord for you. If you're on the Discord, I assume you are. I can post them in general chat there for you. And then an Unbreakable Heart. This one came from the Christmas event. Or the holiday event, whatever. I've actually got 4 of these things. Freaking kicks butt. He probably hasn't had to. I mean, I haven't done it. I mean, he's run considerably more raids, but I mean, I've only gone through about 150 raids. Well, I did probably 200 raids today. And granted, he's done considerably more, but he can probably have gotten a lot of them from the Ether Shop, which is where I got all mine. Just boom, boom, boom. Now I'm back up to 45,000 again. Buy more raid tickets. Yeah, but I mean, that's how I get mine. You have water? Yeah, you do. Yeah, I mean, I've only got about 40k right now, but I get ether, like a lot of ether, because my roster's max, so every single hero token I get is ether. Alright, so yeah, where am I finishing up today? That's not bad. 60,000, almost 61,000. Do you need me to post those into Discord, or did you get them? I'm hoping the family runes come back in general. Like, they haven't had enough of them. It's so tempting to try to pass. Get me the lube. Okay, excellent. I should at least try to pass Souza. I'm not the Hulk. I'm just a killer whale. I don't know. He's proud of what he did, and I don't want to rain on that. And I don't really want to spend another 4 hours today, so I did 60K. That's like 3/4 of what our requirement is. I'll probably end up hitting 200K at the end. I look like Boogie. Who's Boogie? I need to Google Boogie and figure out who that is, whether or not I've just been insulted. It's not Bogey. Boogie. The rapper. I don't think I look. That guy's ripped. Alright. Anyhow. Boogie 2988. Alright, I'll look for it. But thanks everybody for coming out. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a good time, as always. And yeah, I will probably stream again tomorrow. So if you can make it, I will be around, maybe slightly earlier, maybe not. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming out. Hit the like button if you haven't already on your way out. And yeah, have a wonderful night, everybody. Thanks for coming.